All right, so here we are. Is this the first time we met in person?
It is the first time, yes.
And we had to come all the way across the world just to meet in person.
Exactly, and we're in the same state. We're in both
I
in
know,
California.
that's what I said, you
Yeah.
know? We could have gone up the coast or down the coast, and yet here we are.
I know, right?
ISE 2023. All right, so tell us a little bit, well, I guess introduce yourself. Tell people who you are, what you're doing.
Yeah, well, good morning, everyone, from where it's around 10 a.m. In Barcelona. My name is Sahil. I'm co-founder of XTEN AV. I'm sure a lot of you have heard or tried our software before. Those who have not, it's the one and only platform for AV design and documentation, cloud-based, AI-powered, machine learning. It's the whole package. If you haven't tried it, just go on xtenav.com and try it right now. This is something you would want to try. Joe has really helped in getting the word out, and he himself has used it. So
We love it.
as a user, yeah.
I say we switched from your competitor to it because here's the thing: like XTEN's. All right, can I be real? I saw it about 3 or 4 years ago, and I went, right? Good idea,
Yeah.
but what you guys have done with it, when we got reintroduced, 9 months, a year ago, I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, take a look at it again. And I went, whoa, what the heck just happened here? Because where else can you have a cloud-based system where you can do your designs, especially in higher ed? Because we're a lot of cut and paste in higher ed. We're a lot of duplication.
Yeah.
Where can I take that? But then with a little one-off, and then I can take that, and then I can now put my proposals in with XDoc. And it's like, all of a sudden, you're adding these layers into it. And I'm going, that's just one-stop shop for all of my designs now.
Yeah.
So talk about it. Now, you're at ISE. We're here. What's next for XTEN?
Well, there are a few things that are next that I can't reveal right now, so you have to wait for InfoComm for that. Something super exciting, okay? But I want to talk a little bit about the company and how we kind of evolved without boring you guys. I'll keep it short. So when we launched in 2019, probably when you saw the software, you were like, That was probably the right reaction because great concept, but we were a startup. We were just starting out, right? What we built was amazing, but for the real world, it wasn't the perfect fit because it was a great idea, but it needed more work. So since then, we had some early adapters, and we continuously took feedback. So it was completely, I would say 85% of the development was user feedback driven.
Mm-hmm.
And funny story, this is about a year and a half ago or so, maybe a year. We saw we weren't even trying to target higher ed. And we saw people signing up from all the universities around the world. We're like, what's happening? Why are they liking it so much? And then we kind of like dug deeper into it. We're like, okay, probably what we've built, they're loving it. Because like you said, there's a lot of cut and paste and everything. We're like, holy smokes, this is one vertical we didn't even think about. And then we kind of focused on that area separately. Talked about this to few higher ed customers, and then we met you, and then USC and all those things, and we're like, this is good.
It
So
really, really was. And that was the thing, is like, as a vertical, and everyone knows this, like we understand that we're kind of unique. We do things in scale. We have a lot of and we like to have a voice. And it's rare that a company comes by and says, talk to us, tell us what you need, and then you go to work and then go deliver it. Right. I was like, and that's the ultimate respect and exactly what we as a vertical need and want in order to keep moving forward. And that's why I became a fan, why we moved from your competitor to you, because we know not just that you've now delivered something that has that, you continue to develop and deliver.
Exactly. Our development never stops. So so that's the beauty of a startup. Okay, there's no end to it. It's infinite. We just keep growing, keep scaling, and keep adding more and more features. Actually, adding a feature is actually like the easiest thing, but you have to make sure you do it right. You don't disrupt the usage of software. You don't confuse the user. But still, we try our best to keep adding features. We listen to our users, and higher ed is one market we have a special focus on. So we every day, every week, we see more and more universities around the world sign up. So um, that's really good. We're really happy.
So tell me something here. Give me us a story. So people who, I mean, everyone kind of knows you. We've been introduced. I'm sure they
I
watched.
hope so.
They watched our webinar. I mean, that thing
Yeah.
got more feed. Like that
Oh,
was
yeah.
great. So tell someone who maybe doesn't know about XTEN, what is your differentiator? What makes your platform special as opposed to something else?
Right. So first things first is it's like you said, one-stop shop, because there's softwares in the market where you could do just proposals. Then there's some you have CRM. There's some just digital signature. There's some you can do designs, but there's no automation. So it's like fragmented everywhere. And the problem is you pay for all those softwares and they don't talk to each other. So you still gotta do a lot of manual work, getting your data from one software to other. It's like you're using the softwares, you're paying for them, and you're still doing a lot of manual labor. So with XTEN, it's like a one platform. Just you can take care of your accounts, contacts, and CRM things. You can do your designs. There's like multiple ways of doing designs. There's automation there, which I'm sure you've experienced. It's phenomenal, which no other software offers. Um, and after that, you can make proposal out of that. Beautiful proposals. We already have 100 plus templates, and we keep adding more and more, and you create your own. And it's super easy to use. I'm sure you've tried it. This is actually our third version of proposal tool, XDoc, and this time we feel we have nailed it.
Yeah.
I personally wasn't a fan of our previous versions, but this time we worked on it. On top of the previous version, we worked a year on it and spent a lot of money on it. This time we got it right. So you got your proposals, you got your pre-loaded templates, and then you can get it digitally signed. You don't even need to buy a separate digital signature software like Adobe Sign or DocuSign. You don't need to pay for that. It's all built in. And you get it digitally signed, you're done. Like the whole workflow gets taken care of. And we do understand that there are some software that you just cannot move away from, like maybe Salesforce. So those big giants that that just your whole workflow kind of starts there. So we integrate with all those. So if you use Salesforce, Zoho, HubSpot, and there's on the other and the ERP system, we have Q360. We integrate with all of these. In case you use all of these, XTEN will just go fit in your workflow. So your data is just like flows seamlessly, and you could take a break once in a while.
See, and that to me is kind of the key, right? And this is the conversations we had, and that's what actually got me to respect the company most, because of those conversations. When even before you became a great higher ed AV partner, as we partnered together, I was on with you and said, "Here's the things I need to see," and next thing I know, you're like, "Okay, here's the things that you're going to get," and I'm like, "Wait, companies don't do that."
They don't. They don't.
And that was great. And so, because I look at it from higher ed, we have so many things that we worry about. And like you said, we've got our sales, we have our internal softwares. We have to deal with so much with our classroom. I don't want 90 different places to go. I want one place to go, and I want it to work seamlessly. And that was when you brought that, and even talking to my design architect, and he's like, "Yeah, we're switching." I'm like, "Okay, I guess we're switching." And that was really the key, right? And so, did you just photobomb Mike Peterson? We just got the blue shirt of Mike Peterson right on through.
I have no idea. I'm so sorry.
No, it was actually beautiful. That's ISE. That's ISE.
Yeah.
The cues. So, and that was really it. So let's go, and as we kind of close up the conversation, your thoughts. Just talk about some ISE thoughts. Your thoughts on the show this year, and in general, kind of where you're looking, what you think, how the industry is moving forward.
Well, I was here 8 months ago, It was probably in May 2022.
Yeah, May.
The attendance wasn't that great. I mean, there were still people, but right now, this time, I think it's double the amount of people I saw a few months ago. So it's definitely picking up, and I think next year is gonna be even better. I see. It took me 40 minutes to get in. It's
Is
like
that crazy or
it's
what?
that crazy out there. But yeah, looking good. I see all the manufacturers coming back, displaying new products. So the industry is definitely moving forward in the right direction. And I'm at Atlas IED booth. If you want to come by and say hello or set up a meeting with me, just drop by. I'll
Yeah.
be there.
Yeah, you're there. You're working the week over at Atlas IED, which is great. I love how you partnered with them. Again, that's the thing that I love about XTEN is if people say let's play word association, the word that comes to mind is partnership,
Yep.
and that's what I love about it. So
Definitely.
do me a favor. How can people find you and find your company?
Just go to xtenav.com. You get everything there. You'll get. You can set up a demo of the product. We'll just do a Zoom demo with you one-on-one or your entire company. You can see the pricing and everything. The best thing, you can go sign up for a free trial by yourself. You don't need to do anything. Just go register and you get a 30-day free trial. And there's no obligation, no credit card required. It's not one of those,
No obnoxious salesperson knocking on your door.
Nothing. So it's completely free. We don't need a credit card on file. It's one of those tactics where you get the credit card on file, after 30 days, bam, you see a charge and like, hey, you didn't cancel. None of that. So just go ahead, sign up for a free trial or schedule a demo. Somebody from our team will be happy to assist you with that, and then you'll see all the features and power of the software. And we will address your pain points. We'll ask you what your pain points are. We already know what the generic pain points are if you're a dealer or if you're higher ed, but we'll ask you more and we'll address those during the demo, and you'll see how XTEN can help you. So do that right now.
And use the code HigherEdAV and get extra 10% when you actually do sign up and you get your annual subscription. So,
Yep.
So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you
it's
for
so
doing
good
this,
to see
Joe.
you.
Definitely.
Oh my gosh, I'm glad we had to travel 6,000 miles to see each other.
Is it 6,000?
That's probably more than that.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's more than that. I don't know. All right, XTEN AV here in the house, ISE. Visit them at the Atlas IED booth, or we're just hanging out at the Influencer Lounge.
Yeah.
There we go.
3 o'clock, right? Yeah.
Yep. We'll see everybody. Take care.